Now, I'm start to introduce the second part, innovation, culture, and management. There are three key innovation methodologies. For hardware, we will choose the Russian trees. For strategic, we will use the China's standards. In culture part, we will use the American proposed innovation culture. Even though in technology, they will customer focus using design thinking, but I said innovation culture. Peter Perry is the innovation keynote speaker. We are both the ASQ member, and during the conference, I bought his book, and it's called Innovation Never Stop: How to Generate the Culture, Process, and Strategy for Innovation. He talked about the role and the culture. And then the culture is the way we're doing things around here, around your organization. It's about the behavior and the way you do. In the old culture is a macro culture, 18th century or 19th century. And then they will talk about value variation or deliver to a customer uh, about a thing. However, the business now aspire to the urgent organization. It's more flexible than the macro cultures. Macros mean the man uh, domain. Huh? 18% of organizations say knowledge in the mind of the people is a tacit knowledge, subconscious knowledge. However, a culture of creativity and innovation is the one that can release this tacit and subconscious knowledge and but inside the people. So innovation is the same. We propose there are four key roles in the innovation organization. They are creator, connector, developer, and doer. From this diagram, creator is a finding opportunity, connector is a finding solution, developer making the solution work, doer is deliver the solution. So you need to think what way you do well the best. Every people have a different nature, maybe belongs to different role. Sometimes not a single role, but multiple role. Depends on your characteristic and the stage of the organization or your project. So here is the link about innovation role self-assessment. You can using this link to test yourself. You go to the first row. You can start the phrase okay, and then identify which phrase you think most describe yourself. And then you can also identify the less likely you. So you think I must understand an issue before I work. Maybe it's 4, and oh, this is the right answer. It may be 1. And then if remaining 3 points of the face is like you, or 2 points for face less like you can see 4, 3, 2, 1 as that. And continue to do the 10 tests, 10 questions. And also you must have this identified 4, 3, 2, 1. And finally, they will tell the mark which one you are most likely in the role. So you can also use a QR code to scan and test yourself. After that, you can use this QR code. We can do the survey. Which one? I tell you in the past, 70 people cars, student cars, and their distribution almost even. Very interesting. Some people are more favor for creator, some people is a connector, some people is a developer, another is the doer. Even distribution in the last time I test my cars. What is the creator? Creator is a learning from experience. They can see unfulfilled needs. And Their mind does not like boundary. They are free of boundary and fall from one opportunity to another. They are observer. Don't like the people ask them how to define the problem. They don't like people ask them to make decision, but they observe and find the opportunity. And the best thing in the losing mode, free of boundary, as a creator, most comfortable job is an artist or research environment. The second role is a corrector. The creator's best friend is probably a connector. Why? Because creator are problem funders, connector as problem solver. So sometimes quality professional may be attractable uh, problem solver. And creator do not like to define the problem, where connectors like to define the problem. Otherwise, you cannot find the solution. However, connectors do not jump directly to solution and implement it. They will define the problem and connect many solutions. Creator maybe work on the problem for a long time before they find the solution. So uh, here's a finger. They they may not be involved in implementation, but they find a solution. So Louis uh, Pauling is a Nobel Prize winner said, best way to have a good idea is to have a lot of idea and then throw away the best one or throw away the bad ones. The third role is the developer. It's a far more focus on the correctors and creators. They are best to define or project-driven environment. They work in under this kind of environment. They are trained to turn the abstract idea become a solution that work. The keyword is that work. And they are good at data analysis and so can pinpoint the weakness in the product or process and more on the best solution. They hate being taken off the job they are working on before it's complete. So they want to deliver. Uh, they are focused on something they find in the conflict with the creator. Alpha test is a foundation for the developer, and they are probably a good planner and a skill to create their project timeline, have a milestone, and also to involve the doer who are coming next. Doer, like the developer, work best in the project-driven environment, in the some environment project-driven. They have the time mode of operation. Their job is one of the toughest of all. They work best in the structured environment, and then they like to do practical people. They like to get in their feet wet and their hand dirty, and then doing something, getting something done. And this they're likely to be in the operation or sales because they like to deliver, see the deliverable, and do the challenge to get the solution in hand to the customer. So there are based on these four types of the people, there are different stages of innovation process proposed by Peter Perry. Find the opportunities, step one. Connect the solutions, step two, by connector, and then select the solution. More important, the decision maker select the solution, and the developer to make it user friendly, and then the last one is get to the market. The drive for the innovation process is to follow customer. You say innovation is the process that is not a linear but also in the loop process. So the team culture will serve different person in different role. In the finding the opportunity, creator is dominant, and then corrector. And then correct the solution, corrector is dominant, and then creator. So at this first two stage, developer and doer is a less role. However, when we make it more user-friendly, connect the solution, Developer is dominant, and then doer is involved. At the end, go to the market, doer is dominant, and then the developer. Creator and connector is a less role. So in this general process proposed by Peter Perry, opportunity, concept, validate, development, deploy. It is an innovation process. So now we are using the project to change your culture. I is mean innovation. Innovation team planning. First, opportunity. You need to identify market shift, develop network, identify customer pain point, and potential market creator. Connect to solution, you need to define the problem, address the network, explore and solution, specific any visit. Turning point is that decision maker need to help select the solution and change the team membership. And then go to the development. Is closing the network, engage the customer and supplier, and then the production and sales involvement, pilot test. The last time is the execution is do not comment, value proposition, pilot operation, pilot marketing, and then feedback to the development. So after this culture are introduced, then different innovation management system standard and model I will brief now. The first one I would like to state is a British standard 7000, and then is an innovation management system based on the European standard CENTS 16555-1 and also ISO 56002. In a guide to managing innovation, now we have the new standard is 2008. It's the earliest standard talking about innovation. It's specific for design and development innovative and competitive products, satisfy customer perceived needs and aspiration for the long term in the future. It is a UK government focus, raising the innovation capability in the business for benefit of economy. One we highlight is this innovation highway is talking about how to turn your organization now position go to the in the future position. There are different milestones involve new market, new technology, new product occur and fact maybe a risk and opportunity inside. So you go through this highway. How they propose 16 stage to management innovation in the organization level. Phase one, they are separate in four phases: explore potential or set context, and then establish in phase two, establish the foundation. Implementation change is phase three, and then build on expertise and enhancement reputation. So I highlighted stage 11 is implement a program and support the new approach to innovation at that time. They don't tell you how to do, but I propose using some innovation tools, for example, like TRIS, design for Six Sigma, design thinking, and extended, etc. In the uh, management innovation management system standard for 16555-1, this is to develop the innovation strategy and vision, build the organization and culture, promote the innovation, best fit innovation processing, using different methods and technology and tools promote innovation. This is the model. You can see a little bit similar to ISO. You have the context of organization. You have the strategy, enable factors, and also plan to check planning, uh, assessment, doing, assessment, and improvement. So inside here is a innovation funnel. It is aspect to ferment the insight generation, ideal management, and develop of project protection and expectation on market introduction, and then go to your innovation result, assessment improvement, and go back to the idea. And then in the past, we have the ISO 50501 and then change the numbering, become a 56000 series, talking about innovation management ISO. And this is a ISO Technical Committee 279 innovation management. I'm the first one and only one Hong Kong observer in this committee. And Peter Pira also from represent Canada in the committee. This is the model of the 5602 ISO. You can see this is also a pen to track a circle, and leadership and organizational context very similarly. However, they indicate the innovation funnel inside, but in different approach in here from the opportunity intent and get the innovation value. This innovation process you can observe very similar to a Peter Pira's proposed identify opportunity. Create concept, what the concept, should develop the solution and deploy solution, and go forward and backward is a concept of design thinking. So they are combined together. And then talk about the innovation management principle. There are 8 principles. Realize the value, future focused leadership, strategic direction, culture, experiences, insight, managing the uncertainty, adaptable structure, and system approach. So it is some description of standard of 8 innovation principle. And most important, I think, that master the uncertainty, because uncertainty and risk are varied. And then you need to manage it by learning from systematic experimentation and iterative processing within the portfolio of opportunity to manage it and then adopt it. Another important, like previous one, we have the innovation culture to share your value, belief, and behavior. So this is a reference from this book using the ISO 5602 Innovation Management System, Practical Guide for Implementation and Build a Culture of Innovation from the James Hafton. Unfortunately, he passed away in last month. Is a guru in the quality, also the ASQ and IEQ quality professional. So in this book, they propose 5 questions to test your vision of innovation. First, you need to ask how we clearly define our vision and have we defined our aspiration and intent. What do we want to do in the future? How should we change the stay course in as is situation? To what extent has the vision been communicated to all stakeholders internally and externally? To what extent and in what ways are employees able to align their behavior with the vision? You need to think. In what way does the vision help the structure organization behavior? It is some example of leading company for their vision statement, VM, to be the most innovative enterprise in the world. This is the cooperation to use our imagination to bring happiness to billions of peoples. So I show you some example in the science part, vision and mission. Before I leave science part, this is old now. I don't know the new one, but it is when I surface science part, we're using this vision to create viable innovation and technology ecosystem to deliver the social and economic benefit to Hong Kong and the region. And the mission is that connect stakeholders, facilitate knowledge transfer, and new trade talents to accelerate technological innovation and commercialization. We have the 5 core values: excellent, proactive, integrity, enterprising, and collaborative. Another organization from Thailand, when I go to the conference, it is from Thailand National Science and Technology Development Agency. Their vision is very simple, one sentence: a key pillar for the knowledge-based society through the science and technology. Very simple and clear. Now, the last part is indication of the quality and innovation management system. If I compare ISO 9000 QMS standard and European standard 16555, we can find most likely we can align each other. Most is the same, except some innovation culture is different. Address risk and opportunities the same. However, is some in the support part. Uh, Human resource, IP, collaboration is a new thing. At the end, the innovation management technique are a new thing. Otherwise, they can join together. It's an integrated approach I propose from these two standards combined. And KMS-based innovation management system, we would like to avoid any overlapping between two standards. So if your company is an ISO 9000 certified company, we are just using, I propose using extension innovation method to achieve your project and implement uh, to the requirement of ISO 56002. So it is the comparison with both standard. Also, we are mostly close together, except we are doing more the innovation policy, your tools methodology, IP management, strategy, intelligent management, innovation in initiative, in the operation is different, etc. So at the end, the combined innovation QMS-based innovation management system standard, you can see the pen to chat same as the ISO 9000 already included here. And innovation funnel is a full reference from I 16555 very similarly, but the approach is different. It is more likely in the design thinking. It's a loop forward and backward, not in the one direction. In the old one is a one direction. So how to implement KMS-based innovation management system? After combine that, we would like to introduce the extension innovation method to fulfill this gap for staff training under diamond thinking. We are using the double diamond thinking. In the extension innovation method, we have 4 steps: model, extension, transformation, and selection, using traps. In the first one, you discovery using divergent thinking to find the solution. Uh, and then convergent thinking define your problem. Through the observation, define a problem, and then divergent thinking develop your solution and deliver your solution with convergent thinking. It's double diamond. So it is an approach to use the uh, implementation model using 20 steps. During the awareness, you aware the top management and preparation and form the innovation committee for implementation and training. And then you have extended promotion working group to introduce the technique to your user and customer. And then using implementation plan to check add. Lastly is get the certification and do the validation by top management. It is approach. So what is the extended? Extended is the original China uh, AI and innovation management methodology developed by Professor Troyman. Professor Troyman started this study in 1976 Until 1983, his first paper published named the extension set an incompatible problem, and then this new science extended created. It is using the formal model to research extension possible of things and use the rules method of iteration to apply all of them to solve contradiction problem. This is some theory. Extension theory involved basic element theory, extension set theory, and extension logic. It is a five-level training course designed by Professor Truman, and the level 1 to 3 can attend the course in China, and 4 and 5 is for research. Two books, one is China, one is in English from Truman's first student, Professor Yuan Chunyan. Extension iteration four-step methodology. You need to model and then extend your opportunity idea, and transformation have a different combination, and then selection the most feasible idea come out. Like this is a summary of the extension iteration table. During the modeling, you need to identify the object, their characteristic and value, what is the criteria, and reversal of this code is the scope. And then go through here, you go through the extendable analysis, and then go through the conjunction analysis. After you create many ideas, you have the basic transformation or basic operation, and then summarize all ideas, evaluation for the feasibility and superior, and identify your innovation idea here. Lastly, I would like to conclude. Integrate ISO 9000 QMS and ISO 56002, or later in this year, 56001 for innovation management system for certification, is the foundation of QMS-based innovation management system, and aid to successfully implement innovation management by ISO 9001 certified company. And iteration process is the key part of the QIMS, and could be employed extension iteration method under the diamond thinking to achieve innovative targets. At the end, I will using Professor Truman's photos. Let us establish extensions together. It is China original new science. Thank you for your attention. If you have any question, you can email to me. So see you in next time. Bye bye.